And welcome back, YouTube lovers and all, and movie lovers, back to the zone, TV movie entertainment, with another movie review for the X-Men universe stuff. Because now we're almost up to X-Men Apocalypse, which comes out basically next week. And yeah, I cannot wait. So, we're talking about this little movie, The Wolverine, starring our good friend Hugh Jackman, also known as The Wolverine. Now, this time around, this one kind of takes us back to after the events of number 3. Where, by the way, spoilers if you've never seen this movie, so you've been warned. Now, basically, this is right after the 3rd movie where Jean Grey's died and he decides to leave the Xavier Institute, and, Professor X is dead. And he's like, you know what, I'm out of here. I can't deal with it. I got this Jedi ghost woman following me. It's just weird. So, he decides to go play caveman in the woods, and he decides to, I'm gonna be a caveman, I'm gonna hang out there. And then he meets this woman, and then this woman comes to him and is like, oh, my employee sent me to find you. I've been looking for you for thousands of years, pretty much. Not really 1,000 years, but basically 3 years. And he wants to say thank you for basically, I think during World War II, I believe, or before World War II, where that Nagasaki bomb dropped on, in Japan, and he saved his life by jumping in a hole. And basically, we found out that Wolverine's nuke-proof. So there you go. And he just basically, he's older now. He's old and wise. He's about to die, and he wants to repay Wolverine for what he did for him. He saved his life so he can keep on living and whatever. So now Logan goes to Japan. So this old guy decides, listen, I want to say thank you, but I have a gift for you. I want to give it to you. I want you to know that we found a way to take away your healing power. And so yeah, wait, maybe you can grow old now and eventually die, old age. Because, I think with Wolverine at this point, he's kind of getting tired at the point where that he knows that no matter if he falls in love or whatever, he has friends, they're all eventually going to die. He's going to keep on living, and because he can't die. Dude's basically, he heals from everything. He can't age, although we are getting old man Logan, but he's still going to look like 20-something years old. But still, that's just a comic book. Who knows how they're going to change it. But anyway, basically he knows he can't die, but he's like, well, listen, buddy, you can't do that for me. That's my curse. I might as well just keep it. But you know what, the hell with it. Now, when you watch this movie, you actually think about it. Do you really want this power? I go to my personal belief. Do I want the power to heal from basically anything? Hell yeah! I mean, sure, having metal claws and be like, I'll be unstoppable. Nobody will be able to mess with me. But, so now that he's in Japan, something happens to him where he meets the scientist, and the old man dies, and he loses his power. He loses his ability to heal. Now, in the trailer, it made it look like he was going to lose it, completely. And I'm like, whoa, how the hell are you going to take that away from him? But he really didn't lose it. It was just basically, they kind of froze it in a way to make it, he heals, but it's super, super slow. So, not like the fast way that he always does. So now he's got to go through all this nonsense of fighting ninjas and the Silver Samurai to try to get it back. And try to fix what happened to him. And is this a good movie? Yeah, it's good. It's not great. I mean, there are certain elements in this movie that actually I like where, you do see, obviously, there are 2 versions of this movie. There's the regular version that came in theaters, and that was fine. Then you got the extended cut. That's the DVD Blu-ray that showed you. Where that one, it shows more scenes where Wolverine's fighting ninjas. He's fighting, the Silver Samurai, which is this big robot Silver Samurai looking dude. And, they kind of took that out of what the comics really shows. But I thought it was fun. Was it better than Origins? No. I actually like Origins a lot better than this movie because at least in that one it explains more. In this one, he's just basically running away. He lost Jean. Apparently he was in love with her. Even though she was with Cyclops at the time, but whatever. And, he decides that, he doesn't really want be a hero, be the Wolverine anymore. He just wants to live a simple life. But, you know, knowing him, he can't because of the way he is. And, like I said, this movie's fine. It does have special effects issues I didn't really care for. Like, in the theatrical version, you know, there's a scene where he's supposed to fight ninjas. They just capture him and doesn't really do anything. If you watch the extended version, at least that scene's a lot better. He does fight them in the original movie, but it's not too long. And in the extended version, it's a lot longer. It's a lot better. But other than that, you know, it was kind of pointless watching him trying to get his healing power back, him figuring it out. Then he meets this girl, this mutant who can see the future, and she tells him, "Oh, you're gonna die." And he's just like, "Yeah, great, yeah." I mean, this movie's whatever. I enjoy it for what it was. It is Wolverine. I enjoy watching Hugh Jackman in this role. But, yeah. So, like I said, it's not the best one. I still consider the other one the best. A lot of people like this one better, but that's their opinion. My opinion, I like the other one better just because of what it was. So, I guess I'll give this one a 7. I enjoy it, but not too much. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. I mean, the Silver Samurai character was kind of like boring, and then the old man who wanted his power was like, it was just whatever. So, there you go. So, if you want, I recommend watching it because, you know, this technically is a trilogy of itself, but it does extend to the X-Men lore because it takes place right after the third X-Men movie. So, there you go. And it does tie in very well to X-Men Days of Future Past, which I'll be talking about in my next video, which will be tomorrow. So, there you go. It gets a 7. Like I said, I like the movie for what it was. Some of the effects were very cool. Some of the effects were like whatever. The villains were The only one good villain about this movie was Viper, but, you know, they kind of made it look like the actress they got, she was pretty cool. But, you know, the costume, the way she looked like they couldn't have got anybody from, like, Comic-Con. Be like, hey, you want to be in this movie? They couldn't have got anybody, but she was fine. Other than that, that's it. So, anyway, let me know what you think about this. If you ever even seen this movie, let me know. Leave a comment, and thank you. Until next time. Thanks.